Hello, first graders. This is Miss Puckett, and today I will be sharing with you the next read aloud in our Frontier Explorers domain, Lewis and Clark. Now, in the last read aloud, you learned that the United States purchased the Louisiana Territory from France. Not many people in the United States at that point knew what was in the Louisiana Territory, just like not many people knew much about the land between the Appalachian Mountains and the Mississippi River before Daniel Boone went exploring there. Today, I would like for you to listen to find out who will explore the Louisiana Territory and what their tasks are going to be. So let's take a moment to look at our vocabulary. The first word is assistant. An assistant is a person who helps someone in a higher position. The next word is brave. This means showing courage and doing something even if it may be dangerous or frightening. And the third word is co-captain. This is someone who shares responsibility as a captain or leader. We learned last time about the Louisiana Purchase when the United States government purchased the Louisiana Territory from France. Once the purchase of the Louisiana Territory was complete, President Thomas Jefferson wanted to send explorers to make maps of this new land to learn more about it. Thinking about the Louisiana Territory, Jefferson wondered, is it possible that there are tigers or elephants living out there in those unexplored western lands? No one has explored enough to really know. Perhaps there are plants whose leaves could be used as medicine to help sick people, or which would be delicious to eat. My Native American friends who live there have brought me a few plants to study, but I'm sure there must be more plants and animals which even they have not seen. Jefferson prepared to send explorers into the Louisiana Territory. I need the leader of these explorers to be someone I can trust, someone very brave and very smart. President Jefferson suddenly smiled. Why, I know just the person for the job. He sat down and he wrote a letter to his former assistant, a man named Meriwether Lewis. Jefferson asked Meriwether Lewis if he would lead the team of explorers. And we see Mr. Lewis pictured here. Jefferson had 3 reasons for wanting Lewis to explore the Louisiana Territory. Jefferson wrote to Lewis, first, I want you to find out if there is an all-water path to the Pacific Ocean. Travel the Missouri River, which branches out to the west from the Mississippi River. The 2 big rivers meet at St. Louis, so you could start the trip along the Missouri River from there. Perhaps the Missouri River flows all the way to the Pacific Ocean. Or if it does not, maybe it connects to other rivers that do reach the Pacific Ocean. You can find out for us. Second, you can collect samples of plants and animals so that we will know what grows well in the lands we have just added to our nation. And third, you must also become friends with the Native Americans that you meet. You will want to bring along presents for them so they know that you come to offer peace. So let's review those 3 tasks again. The first was to find an all-water path to the Pacific Ocean. Second was to explore and collect samples of plants and animals. And third, they were to form good relationships with the Native Americans living there. Now in this map, you can see a red line or a red path that travels from the Mississippi River over to the Rocky Mountains. This was the path along the Missouri River that Thomas Jefferson hoped that Meriwether Lewis would be able to follow. When Meriwether Lewis received the president's letter, he was very excited. However, he was a thoughtful man. He wrote back, "I'm very honored that you have asked me to do this, Mr. President, and I will do my very best for you and for our nation. With your permission, however, I will ask a friend of mine, William Clark, to help me with these tasks." William Clark and I became great friends when we served together in the Army. He and I work well together. Clark is very good at drawing maps, identifying plants and animals, and he has a lot of experience with Native Americans. I would feel much more certain that we could do the things you ask if William Clark could accompany me as co-captain. President Jefferson agreed. And here we see William Clark pictured. As Lewis and Clark prepared to start their journey, they did not know that the dangers and wonders that they were about to face together would make their friendship even stronger. Now let's take a moment to review what we've just read. Why did Thomas Jefferson want someone to explore the Louisiana Territory? He wanted someone to explore it in order to learn more about it. Who would explore the Louisiana Territory for Thomas Jefferson? Lewis and Clark would be sent to explore that area. What were the 3 things that Thomas Jefferson wanted Lewis and Clark to do on their trip? He wanted them to find an all-water path to the Pacific Ocean, to collect samples of plants and animals, and to make friends with the Native Americans. Now, to finish our read aloud today, let's go ahead and start a Think, Pair, Share. Find a buddy, somebody at home that you can chat with, and let's answer the question, would you have wanted to go exploring with Lewis and Clark? Why or why not? So take a moment to think about that, talk with someone, and share your answer and your opinions there. And we look forward to reading with you guys next time.